Okay, so hello and welcome back to an academy. So let's crack NEET PG. Myself, Dr. Muskan Chaudhary, and today we'll read some basics about the autoimmunity and we'll discuss in a little bit about the SLE, right? So I hope that everyone had an awesome paper, and those who are in doubtful conditions shall soon start their preparation for the coming NEET PG, right? So as we saw, इस बार paper easy था, 200 questions थे and mostly clinically oriented, जितना expected था उतना नहीं आया था. From the microbiology point of view, about around 18 to 19 question, a huge bulk of question came, which was not expected to that amount. Approx 15 to expected था. Paper was quite simple, I guess, and even students do get half an hour extra and even 1 hour to revise this paper actually, as compared to the last time. During our time, the paper was actually very lengthy, and most of the students, they actually failed to complete the whole paper and they left. And some questions, I guess most of the students have attempted more than 190 questions. Looking at the question paper, the cutoff will be high, and there is an increment of around 5% students this year compared to that of the last year. Plus paper भी simple था, घंटे भी ज़्यादा थे, so there will be clustering of ranks between the middle rankers. So starting with the Unacademy, as we know, the Unacademy is the India's largest learning platform where you can access both the recorded and the live sessions, specifically beneficial for those students, those who are periphery and they do not get sufficient of the time to actually prepare for the session. So they can watch the recorded sessions whenever they do get the time, and can learn from the India's topmost educator with personalized experience by following their educator on the Unacademy app as well as on the YouTube by subscribing the channel. In the TNDs, the live TNDs with highly competitive quizzes are being prepared by the educators, and you can study on a device anywhere and everywhere while you can travel or sitting in your OPDs or doing JRship or during your any free lecture. Assess up to 25,000 of the MCQs that are highly effective MCQs, and approx 100 MCQs must be done, क्योंकि टारगेट होता है एग्जाम से पहले अप्रोक्स 30,000 MCQ कवर करने का टारगेट होता है, and by covering 100 questions per day you can easily achieve that target, right? Now coming soon about the printed notes. Now printed notes are being available with the iconic subscriptions, and in the icon subscription the prep ladder has collaborated together with the Unacademy, where structured live batches, recorded sessions, and the Q Bank's competitive live TNDs, comprehensive and the printed digital notes with the clinical and the integrated essential by the Unacademy, by the prep ladder, and the prep ladder with the rapid revision notes, which are so famous amongst the NEET PG aspirants, and the question bank from the prep ladder along with the Unacademy video lectures and the question banks. Now, when we see the 4-year subscriptions, it will cost you just around 60,000 rupees for the 4 subscription, and the 75,000 rupees for 4 subscriptions for the icon subscriptions, which is very cheap when we compare this to other online education platforms. And you easily get, along with the 1-year subscription, 2-month subscriptions totally free, and on the 24 months, that is the 4-month, totally free. And please do use my code, that is what, Muskan 10. Now these are the latest hike and the prices that after discount there is a decrease in the amount of the this offer for the subscription. That is for 1 year it will be around 38,250, and for 18 months it will be 42,750. For 2 years it will be 47,250, and for 3 years 56,250, and for 48 it is around 65,250. Okay, so we'll start some basics about autoimmunity. ठीक है, अभी हम ऐसे टॉपिक्स ले रहे हैं, दैट इज स्टार्टिंग विद द बेसिक्स ऑफ द माइक्रोबायोलॉजी. Soon after 18th and 19th we'll cover the bulk of the important topics, because we'll start the session for the next coming examination for the next NEET PG, क्योंकि अभी most of the students they are in the relaxation zone and they do have the right to actually completely relax during this time, क्योंकि जिनको those students who are in the doubtful conditions they will soon come back to prepare for the examination, and after एक हफ्ता लग जाता है to evaluate, जब तक आंसर की भी आ जाती है, दिमाग में पता लग जाता है, okay you need to sit down again and prepare, or it's okay you clear it down. ठीक है. So this happens and it takes around 1 to 2 weeks, so I'm not hurrying up, and I don't think that anyone is hurrying up in starting the session very soon. So we'll start some of the important basic topics covering the microbiology and the microbiology point of view from the medicine. Now, autoimmunity is that not able to differentiate what? It is not able to differentiate between the self antigen and the फॉरेन एंटीजन. ठीक है. ऑटोमेटिक कुछ नहीं, बेसिक डिफरेंस होता है, खुद का एंटीजन होता है, वो सेल्फ एंटीजन होता है. सेल्फ एंटीजन के अगेंस्ट नेवर द सेल विल नेवर रिएक्ट, एंड उसका भी एक रीजन होता है क्योंकि टॉलरेंस डेवलप हो जाता है टी सेल्स और बी सेल्स के अंदर, एंड दिस डिफेक्ट इन द टॉलरेंस एंड कॉज इन द ब्रीच ऑफ द इम्यूनिटी लीड्स टू द ऑटोइम्यूनिटी. ठीक है. नाउ व्हाट या हेलो प्रभाकर एंड वेरी गुड इवनिंग. सो नाउ व्हाट की हैपेंस कि ऑटोइम्यूनिटी में क्या होता है, एक प्रोसेस ऑफ ए एनर्जी होता है. इसमें क्या होता है कि जब जनरली जो प्रोसेस होता है, जनरली क्या होता है, एंटीजन आया, एंटीजन विल बी एक्सपोज टुवर्ड द एंटीजन प्रेजेंटिंग सेल, एंड दिस एंटीजन प्रेजेंटिंग सेल विल बी रिप्रेजेंटेड टू द टी सेल व्हिच विल एक्चुअली कॉज द एक्टिवेशन ऑफ द बी सेल्स. तो ये नॉर्मल मैकेनिज्म होता है. दिस इज हाउ द एंटीजन इज प्रेजेंटेड टू द एपी सेल. तो जनरली क्या होता है, जब एंटीजन आता है तो फर्स्ट रिएक्शन इज व्हाट, जनरलाइज्ड वन. ठीक है. उसके बाद स्पेसिफिक टी सेल रिएक्शन होने लग जाता है अगेंस्ट द सेम एंटीजन. ठीक है. एंड व्हाट डज हैपेंस व्हेन दिस ब्रीच इन ए एनर्जी अकर्स, when this breach in A energy occurs. A energy में क्या होता है, it is the unresponsiveness to the antigenic, this is to self antigen. A energy के पास एक बेसिक कॉन्सेप्ट होता है कि जो T सेल है वो खुद की एंटीजन्स के अगेंस्ट रिएक्ट नहीं करता है, that is unresponsiveness of T cells against the self antigen. But when the breach and occurs and when the T cell A energy breakdown occurs, the T cells are activated against in its own self antigen. So the T cell reaction जो foreign antigens के against होना चाहिए था, this will start acting against its own self antigen, and we'll read what are the mechanisms that are responsible for causing the autoimmunity. Now, एक ही होता है epitope. And what is the epitope? It is the smallest part of an antigen. कई बार क्या होता है, there is a molecular mimicry between the epitopes of one species to another species, and that will lead जो होता है rheumatic fever में, जहाँ पे streptococcus का M protein होता है, it actually shares with the similarity with the antigen of the heart cells, and therefore rheumatic fever में that we see the damage to the heart cells occurs, and this is also example of an autoimmunity. Now, when we talk about the mechanisms of autoimmunity, okay, when we talk about the mechanisms of the autoimmunity, now first is the T cell energy breakdown. That is, T cell, it react against सेल्फ एंटीजन विच शुड नॉट बी हैपन. ठीक है. और ये कौन से डिजीज में दिखता है अपन को, रिमेटिक आर्थराइटिस. नेक्स्ट इज व्हाट, मल्टीपल स्क्लेरोसिस. ठीक है. एंड सोरियासिस. ठीक है. तो multiple sclerosis, this rheumatic arthritis and psoriasis, what do we see? We actually see the T cell energy breakdown, and the T cell that is supposed to react against only the specific antigen, foreign antigen, starts reacting against our self antigen. ठीक है. Now this is one of the mechanism that is responsible. दूसरा कौन सा mechanism है, that is the failure of AICD, that is the activation induced cell death. This is what कि जो T cells active हो गए, जो T cells active हो गए against the self antigen. ठीक है. तो उनका काम क्या, जो T cells active हो गए self antigens, they actually undergoes lysis and apoptosis through the mechanism, through the upregulation of Fas ligand. ठीक है. थ्रू द एपोप्टोसिस. दिस इज अ नॉर्मल प्रोसीजर. अगर गलती से टी सेल्स एक्टिव भी होगा खुद के एंटीजेंस के अगेंस्ट, तो अपने पास क्या होगा, अपोप्टोसिस विल टेक्स प्लेस एंड थ्रू द अप रेगुलेशन ऑफ द फास्ट लिगेंड दीज टी सेल्स विल बी डिस्ट्रॉयड. बट दिस फेलियर ऑफ AICT, दैट इज द एक्टिवेशन इंड्यूस्ड सेल डेथ, अगर इसका फेलियर होगा तो लाइसिस नहीं होगा और टी सेल्स दैट हैव बिकम एक्टिव विल स्टिल एक्ट अगेंस्ट द सेल्फ एंटीजन लीडिंग टुवर्ड द ऑटो इम्यूनिटी सिचुएशन. इसके अलावा loss of T regulatory cells. ठीक है. And what does the T regulatory cells do? They actually, T regulatory cells, they keep a check over the T cells, and it actually doesn't it keeps a check over the T cells so that it doesn't activate the B cells or antibodies na bane. But loss of the T cells will cause actually the loss of the function of the T cell, T regulatory cells, and this will lead toward the in जो negative inhibition हो रहा था pathway का, this will be lost and there will be loss of it, or T cells will be active against the self antigen and they will be not be able to suppress the T cells against the self antigen. Other is the B cell with the help of the T cell. ठीक है. अब जनरली जब क्या होता है, जब अपना सेंट्रल टॉलरेंस डेवलप होता है, सेंट्रल टॉलरेंस दो तरीके के होते हैं, पेरिफेरल एंड सेंट्रल. तो सेंट्रल टॉलरेंस में क्या होता है, थाइमस में T सेल बनेंगे और बोन मैरो में B सेल बनेंगे. तो 10% सेल्स जो होते हैं एस्केप कर जाते हैं इस पाथवे को. ठीक है. और वो जो टी सेल्स जो खुद के सेल्फ एंटीजन के अगेंस्ट एक्टिवेट हो जाते हैं, उनका एक्चुअली अपोप्टोसिस होता है और नेगेटिव सिलेक्शन से लाइसिस जाता है, बट दे एस्केप दिस पाथवे एंड दे गो इनटू द पेरिफेरल पूल. ठीक है. सो दिस विल लीड्स टू व्हाट, कि है ना, वो जो टी सेल्स हैं दिस विल एक्टिवेट द बी सेल्स. ठीक है. दैट आर ऑल्सो एस्केप द नेगेटिव रेगुलेशन from the central tolerance. ठीक है. And this will lead toward the activation of the B cells. B cell अपने आप में individually they do not cause the autoimmunity. It is the T reactive cells against the self antigen with the help which will activate the B cells, and this will form the antibody against the self antigens. Right. And where it is seen, that is what, B cell with the help of T cell, it is where it is seen. It is seen in drug induced hemolytic anemia. It is where it is seen. It is seen in the drug induced hemolytic anemia. ठीक है. तो ड्रग इंड्यूस्ड हीमोलाइटिक एनीमिया में क्या होता है कि आरबीसी, दिस इज द मेम्ब्रेन ऑफ द आरबीसीज एंड द ड्रग्स दे जाके अटैच जाते हैं ऑन द सरफेस ऑफ द आरबीसी मेम्ब्रेन, दैट इज कॉज व्हाट द सेल बाउंड एंटीजन भी कहते हैं इसको. तो उसकी वजह से क्या होता है, द आरबीसी दैट वाज बिफोर एंड नाउ दैट आरबीसी मॉडिफाइड आरबीसी मेम्ब्रेन इज नॉट रिकॉग्नाइज्ड बाय द टी सेल एज सेल्फ एंटीजन एंड दे विल स्टार्ट एक्टिंग अगेंस्ट दीज मॉडिफाइड आरबीसी मेम्ब्रेन. Right, and they will recognize them as foreign antigen and they will start the lysis of these RBC cells and causing what? Causing the drug induced hemolytic anemia. इसके अलावा sequestrated antigens. ठीक है. Now sequestrated antigens, what are these antigens? Now what does happen कि जैसे कि अपने testis, ovaries, cornea, lens, brain. ठीक है. यहाँ के जो एंटीजेंस होते हैं दे आर एक्चुअली प्रोटेक्टेड अगेंस्ट द बाय द ब्लड बैरियर्स. इनके पास ब्लड बैरियर्स होते हैं, देयरफॉर टी सेल्स आर नॉट डायरेक्ट इन कांटेक्ट विद द एंटीजेंस एंड देयरफॉर जो यहाँ पे जो एंटीजेंस हैं, जहाँ पे सेल्स हैं जिनके अपने खुद के एंटीजेंस हैं, दे आर नॉट एक्सपोज टू द टी सेल्स बिकॉज ऑफ द बैरियर. लेकिन कई बार क्या होता है, ड्यू टू एनी ट्रॉमा or due to surgery, if there is exposure with the blood and there is a breakage of the barrier, so these T cells will be exposed to these antigens and they will recognize them as not self antigen, क्योंकि इनका exposure पहले कभी हुआ नहीं, tolerance कभी develop हुआ नहीं, so they will recognize them as the foreign antigens and they will start the lysis of these cells. And this is scene where you must have seen कि after surgeon trauma and even after trauma of the eye, that एक आँख का चोट की वजह से the second eye also start degenerating and there is a damage to the another eye. It is the same reason that antibodies are formed against the lens antigen, and therefore damage to one eye, it also leads to damage to the other eye after trauma. In ophthalmology, we usually treat that. It is due to the same thing, because the before there is a barrier that is protecting the exposure of the antigen with that T cells, and after trauma, the blood is in direct contact with these antigens. The T cells, they get activated against these antigens and they start the cell death of these cell. Now, next is what? Molecular mimicry. ठीक है, तो molecular mimicry, what is this? This is what कि certain antigens, they actually share its epitope with other species. ठीक है, and what is an epitope? It is the smallest part of the antigen that is having antigenicity. So they share the antigenicity with other epitope of the other species antigen. And one example is that of the rheumatic fever, जहाँ पे क्या हो रहा है कि streptococcal M protein is similar to the antigen of the heart cells, and therefore the antibodies that are formed against the streptococcal M protein will also react against the heart cells antigens, therefore causing the damage to the heart. And next is what one of the that mechanism is the bystanding mechanism. ठीक है ना, बायस्टैंडिंग मैकेनिज्म क्या होता है, इसमें क्या होता है, जब एंटीजन एंड एंटीबॉडी, व्हाट इज दैट, द एंटीजन एंड एंटीबॉडी इज फॉर्म्ड, ठीक है, व्हेन द एंटीजन एंटीबॉडी कॉम्प्लेक्स इज फॉर्म्ड इन द ब्लड एंड बिकॉज ऑफ द एंटीजन that is recognized by the antibody, they will form in complex in the blood. Now this antigen antibody complex will also be attacked by the other cytokines and the inflammatory cells. ठीक है, दिस विल रिजल्ट व्हाट टू द हाइपर एक्टिवेशन ऑफ द इम्यून सिस्टम, एंड ऐसे करते करते इंस्टेड ऑफ डैमेजिंग द एंटीजन एंटीबॉडी कॉम्प्लेक्स, दे विल स्टार्ट डैमेजिंग इट्स ऑन सेल्स एज वेल. ठीक है, दिस इज द बायस्टैंडिंग. वन इज द पॉलीक्लोनल immunity. What is the polyclonal immunity? That is the polyclonal activation of B cells. ठीक है, and where does the polyclonal activation of the B cells takes place? We know that it is aware in the super antigens. Malassezia furfur and furfur, streptococcus, staphylococcus, Yersinia, HIV, CMV, rabies, EBV. So many examples that we have read where the polyclonal activation of the B cells are taking place, and therefore the antibodies generally they are formed a monoclonal, but यहाँ पे polyclonal activation, and they will start attacking its own antigens and on cells as well. So that is the polyclonal activation of the immunity. Now, sometimes that happens is sequestration of the fetal antigens. Sometimes the antigens that are actually dormant in the fetal life, and they are later are not so exposed in the adult life. They are exposed later, and whenever they are exposed, generally this doesn't happen. This mechanism doesn't happen, but when they are exposed, this will lead toward the molecular sequestration and activation of the T cell against the self antigens. This is also one of the reasons for the autoimmunity. So autoimmunity is maybe due to the polyclonal activation, due to molecular mimicry by a bystanding mechanism, right? By the sequestration antigens that are protected by the barriers, and suddenly they are exposed by the trauma or the surgery, and the activation of the B cells with the help of the T cells, and the loss of the function of the T regulatory cells, right? And फेलियर ऑफ द AICT, दैट इज एक्टिवेशन इंड्यूस्ड सेल डेथ, और इसके अलावा द मैकेनिज्म दैट इज टी सेल एनर्जी ब्रेक डाउन, किसमें दिखता है, रूमेटिक आर्थराइटिस, मल्टीपल स्क्लेरोसिस एंड द सोरियासिस. Okay, so we'll just read some little about autoimmunity, then we'll discuss about some of the important autoimmune disease. जिसमें से अपन SLE की बात करेंगे. We'll talk about the lupus as well, a little about the lupus. Now, what is autoimmune that we see? It is a condition where the body's on immunological component or the cell or antibodies that will act against the self antigens, resulting in the functional and the structural damage. And this was induced by hi Mulai, this is not, I've not started right now, 20 मिनट पहले start किया था. And the session for the, are you asking for the 2022 sessions? तो वो we will start after 18th and the 19th of this month. ठीक है, the schedule I will share with you guys soon, क्योंकि I'm working on the schedule how to start and cover all those important topics for the NEET 2022. अभी तो topics that are correlated with the medicine, somewhat with the medicine we are covering, जैसे कि autoimmunity हो गया, इसमें अपन थोड़ा बहुत SLE पढ़ेंगे. And yesterday we talked about the role of the microbiology in the streptococcal and the infective endocarditis, and how to culture helps in a way, so that we talked about it. Okay, so what is autoimmunity? Autoimmune is a condition where the on immunological antibodies will react against the self antigen, and this was introduced first by the Paul Ehrlich. बहुत easy remember, because Paul Ehrlich is someone that is CH, that is father of the chemotherapy, and जब कुछ भी immunity से related होता है तो एक ही scientist का नाम याद आता है, that is the Paul Ehrlich, क्योंकि father of chemotherapy भी है, ये side chain theory of the antibodies भी इन्होंने दिया था, and the role of the standardization of the toxin, antitoxin भी इन्होंने दिया था. So something it is related with the immunity, we remember the scientist, that is Sir Paul Ehrlich, and this condition he named it as the horror autotoxicus. What he named it as horror autotoxicus. ठीक है, so normally immune system doesn't react क्योंकि एक mechanism होता है, that is the tolerance, and the tolerance is of two types, that is the central and the peripheral tolerance. Central and the peripheral tolerance, that is the two tolerance are acting. And central tolerance में क्या होता है, that is one is acting where in the thymus and one is in the bone marrow. तो thymus is the center for the development of the T cell, ठीक है, बोन मैरो डेवलपमेंट ऑफ द बी सेल. जनरली यहाँ पे टी सेल्स एंड बी सेल्स अपने बनेंगे बॉडी के जब फीटल लाइफ में. तो यहाँ पे क्या होता है कि जो टी सेल्स और बी सेल्स बन रहे हैं, इनका काम है अगेंस्ट द फॉरेन एंटीजेंस के अगेंस्ट रिएक्ट करना. बट self-reacting T cells are also formed, and same as the self-reacting B cells are also formed. ठीक है, and what happens during the development life, fetal life, कि these self-reactive T cells and B cells are destroyed by the negative selection generally, but when they escape to the periphery, they escape the central tolerance, and this occurs in 10% of the cases. Is during the T cell development of thymus, if self antigens are encountered, they are presented by the antigen presenting cell with association with the self MHC, and any developing T cell that express a receptor for such a self antigen is what? Negatively selective. That is the T cells that are self-reacting will have what? This will have some receptors that are generally not present on other T cells, and therefore they are negatively selected with the help of these receptors by the APCs, and they will be what? Negatively selected, and they will be apoptosis will be done for those by the Fas ligand, upregulation of the Fas ligand. Now, similarly, in the bone marrow, where the B cells is the taking place, and this is also by the two process. One is the receptor editing. ठीक है, imagine B cells have been formed by the bone marrow, and these are self-reacting B cells. तो पहले तो कोशिश की जाएगी कि इन सेल्स को मारा ना जाए, और इनके रिसेप्टर्स जो हैं, जो एक्चुअली उन रिसेप्टर्स को मॉडिफाई किया जाए, दैट इज द रिसेप्टर्स विल बी मॉडिफाइड, रिसेप्टर्स एडिटिंग विल बी डन, सो दैट they do not react against our own cells. If even after modification of the receptors, they do react against the self antigen, then their negative selection is also done in the same way and they will be excluded out. Okay, so they will be destroyed by subjecting them to apoptosis by the upregulation of the Fas ligand. Now, peripheral tolerance, as I told, what this that was the central tolerance जहाँ पे negative selection और receptor modification हो रहा था. अब बात अपन करते हैं peripheral tolerance. Now, 10% of the self-reactive T cell and the B cell, they will escape from the central negative selection to that of the periphery. ठीक है. अब although they were supposed to get selected, negatively selected by the at the time of the development at the central tolerance, but they escape to the periphery and they are reactive against the self antigen. तो अब क्या होगा, इसके बहुत सारे तरीके to avoid the autoimmunity. The first is what the ignorance. Ignorance का मतलब कि the T cell, ignorance का मतलब ignore करना. क्या ignore कर रहा, कि जो T cell है, it will ignore what? It will ignore the self antigens. That is the T cells, that is they will ignore what they will ignore the self antigens and this will avoid the autoimmunity. So this is one of the mechanisms of the peripheral tolerance. And the next is what the energy. As I told in the starting of the class, kuch nahi, it is nothing, it is just the unresponsiveness to any antigen, to antigenic stimulus. Therefore the T cells that are self reactive, ठीक है, even if they interact with the APCs, but the immunological signal will not be modified and its autoimmunity will not take place, right? And what energy, that is autoimmunity में क्या होता है, ये जो energy होता है इसका breakdown हो जाता है and therefore these T cells that are self reactive, they start acting against the self antigens. That is the self reactive T cells interact with the APCs presenting the self antigens, but the cosmolytic signal is blocked. That is even though the T cells has APC has presented the self antigen to the T cells, but still the signal is not modified, the signal is blocked and therefore the autoimmunity is blocked that way, right? Now next one is the phenotypic skewing. ठीक है. Now phenotypic skewing में क्या होगा, although the T cell has reacted with the APCs that is having the self antigens, right, and although the immunological modification has takes place, but whatever the cytokines in the inflammatory cells have been released, they are non-pathogenic. They are non-pathogenic. Therefore, even they are activated, but they fail to induce the immune response. So here also there is a blockage of what? Blockage of the autoimmunity. So this is the phenotypic skewing. That is, although the immune activation has taken place of the T cell, but still there is they fail to induce the autoimmune response. Now next we read about the AICT. AICT क्या आता है? That is the activation induced cell death. That is the self T cells that have been activated against the self antigens. They are to the upregulation of the Fas ligand by the to the Fas ligand. The apoptosis has been done for those T cells. That is the apoptosis by the AICT. That is the self-reactive T cells. They are activated after interacted with the APCs presenting with the self antigen, and by the activation of the T cells, they induce the upregulation of the Fas ligand, which interact and cause what? The apoptosis. That is the AICD. It is activation induced cell death. Next we read about was the T regulatory cells. That is autoimmunity is one of the reason is the loss of the regulation of the T regulatory cells and the function of the T regulatory cells, because they keep a check over the T cells. Now T regulatory cells, they actually can down regulate the self reactive T cells through the secreting certain cytokines, and that we have to remember, that is interleukin 10 and transforming growth factor beta, because they negatively regulate the T cells and keep the check over the T cells and prevent the autoimmunity. That is the interleukin 10 and the transforming growth factor beta. Now one is the dendritic cell. Now how does the dendritic cell, they protect against what? They protect against the autoimmunity. That is when certain dendritic cells such as the immature disease and the tolerogenic disease, they capture the self antigen for processing. They down regulate the expression of the molecules of the co-stimulatory ligaments, that is the CD40 and the B7 molecules, and indirectly by the induction of the regulatory T cells. So dendritic cell, they either indirectly activate the T regulatory cells, so they will down regulate the self-reactive T cells, or they will modify the expression of the molecules, so therefore the autoimmunity will not take place. Next is sequestration. We have seen sequestration in the testes and the brain and the lens when they are self antigens. They are not exposed because of the barriers, the blood barriers that are present. And when there is a trauma or any surgery, these antigens are exposed and they are not recognized by the T cells as their own antigens, and therefore autoimmunity will take place. Now, when we talk about the B cells, now B cells that have escaped, the B self-reactive cells have escaped the central tolerance, they will what move now to the periphery, and at the periphery they individually do not get activated. They actually need the activation through the T cells. So the self-reactive B cells that have escaped the central tolerance at the bone marrow where they were formed, they are further destroyed by the spleen. ठीक है, and so, through the down regulation of the B cell growth factor or by the B cell, that is called as the B cell activating factor, that is down regulation taking place, that is actually down regulating the self reactive B cells. And it is also one of the reasons for the autoimmunity. For the 9 and 10 reasons for the autoimmunity, it was one of that, okay, the B cells are activated by the T cells, and these self-reactive B cells, instead of being killed by the spleen, they are forming the antibodies, and the antibodies will react against the self antigens. Now what is the mechanism of the autoimmunity? Now the first mechanism that we read about is that whatever we have seen till now, whatever the mechanism we have seen till now, breakage or this in one, any of the one mechanism will lead toward the autoimmunity. And the first is what? The A energy cell T cell breakdown. That is the breakdown of the T cell energy, that is the unresponsiveness that was taking place to self antigen, that is breakdown. So therefore now T cells will react against the self antigens. And the examples of the disease we have to remember, एक तो उसमें था rheumatoid arthritis, next is what? The multiple sclerosis and the psoriasis. So we have to remember the examples that is important, that is the RA, MS and the psoriasis. Another mechanism is the loss of the T regulatory cells, because it was negatively regulating the T cells, and therefore loss of the T regulatory cells or inhibition of the function of the T regulatory cells will actually activate the self-reactive T cells, and this will damage the self cells, causing what? The autoimmunity. नेक्स्ट इज व्हाट? द प्रोवाइडिंग टी सेल हेल्प टू स्टिमुलेट. एज आई टोल्ड यू कि बी सेल्स कभी भी अकेला काम नहीं करेगा, इट विल ऑलवेज नीड टी सेल्स फॉर इट्स एक्टिवेशन. सो सेल्फ रिएक्टिव टी सेल्स विल एक्टिवेट द सेल्फ रिएक्टिव बी सेल्स, एंड दीज सेल्फ रिएक्टिव बी सेल्स विल फॉर्म द एंटीबॉडीज अगेंस्ट द सेल्फ एंटीजन. And this is where it is seen in the drug induced hemolytic anemia, जहाँ पे drug will attach to the membrane of the RBC and will modify the membrane of the RBC, that is the cell bound antigen, and this will activate the T cells, because now it is not recognized as a self antigen, and T cell will react against these RBC and will cause what? The hemolytic anemia, that is the drug induced hemolytic anemia. Next is the release of the sequestered antigens, that is the antigens that are never exposed to the T cells will be recognized them as the foreign antigens, and injury to these organs will lead to the release of such sequestered antigens that we have seen, that is after trauma and surgery of the lens or the testes or the brain, because you must have read in the ophthalmology, damage to one eye, trauma to one eye also leads to the damage to the other eye, क्योंकि the antigens of the lens and cornea, they are protected against the blood, by the T cells to the barriers, and after blood barriers, and after trauma they are directly exposed to the T cells, and they will activate the B cells and form the antibodies against the eye lens antigens. So antibodies that are formed, now this will damage the both the eyes. Next is what the molecular mimicry, and this is seen where in the rheumatic fever, where the epitope of one species will be shared with the epitope another species. Or epitope kya tha? It is the smaller antigen, smallest antigenic component of antigen, that is the immunogenicity, and will activate the immune system. So some microorganisms share the antigenic determinant, that is the epitope, with the self antigens, and an immune response against such microbes will induce the antibodies, and these antibodies will cross react with our own antigen. Now, for example, that we seen in the rheumatic fever, where antibodies are formed against the streptococcal M protein, but due to similarity of the streptococcal M protein with the cardiac cells glycoprotein, this will also damage the heart cells due to the cross reactivity and sharing of the antigens. Now, other examples we also see in the multiple sclerosis, that is where T cell react to the myelin basic proteins would have induced by the reacting against the peptide from virus. That is, although the T cells were activated against the virus, but they start reacting against the myelin basic proteins due to the sharing of the antigens. That is seen where in the multiple sclerosis. All right. Now, another is the polyclonal activation. We know that where the polyclonal activation takes place in the super antigens. और वो भी कैसे होता था? To the variable beta region of the T cell receptors, the polyclonal activation was taking place, that is directly activating the T cells, and they were activating, causing the polyclonal activation of the B cells. And super antigens, staph, Malassezia furfur, HIV, rabies, CMV, EBV, all these were examples of the super antigens. इसके अलावा that was causing the hyper gamma globulinemia. And also where we were seeing a polyclonal activation of the B cells, we were seeing where we were also seeing in the T independent antigens, right? In that immunity chapter also we saw कि जहाँ पे capsule flagella, that was also causing the polyclonal activation of the B cells. Generally, the antibodies that are formed in a body, they are monoclonal, but due to the polyclonal activation, they also start acting against our self antigens. Now, several microorganisms and their products are capable of causing the polyclonal activation of the T cells and B cells, and this will examples of the super antigens. That several examples super antigens are all are important that we should remember. इसके अलावा the viruses, HIV, EMV, and the EBV and the CMV and the rabies, HIV, all those we need to remember, and the one specific fungus, that is the Malassezia furfur. Now, epitope spreading, that is the self-peptides released due to persistent inflammation induced tissue damage as occurred in the chronic microbial infection. So what does happen in the chronic microbial infection? ठीक है, due to chronic inflammation, the self peptides, they are instead of the acting against the microbes, the inflammatory cells, they start acting against our own antigens, right? That is, they are processed and presented by the APCs along with the microbial peptides. It is possible that they are occur a shift or spread of T cell recognition, because what has happened कि chronic microbial infection हुआ, काफी टाइम से infection चल रहा है, ठीक है. अगर chronic infection from a long time is taking place, this will cause the tissue damage of the cells. टिश्यू डैमेज होगा, सेल डैमेज होगा, तो एंटीजेंस रिलीज होंगे. नाउ दीज एंटीजेंस along with the virus or any microbe antigens, they will be taken down by the APCs. Along with the microbial antigens, they will also take down the antigens of those cells that has broken down during the chronic inflammation, and they will be represented to the T cells, and these T cells start reacting against them, causing the autoimmunity. Right. So now one is the bystander activation. It is a non-specific bit. So कि bystander मतलब कि जहाँ पे कोई एक गुच्छा इकट्ठा है एंटीजन एंटीबॉडी का कॉम्प्लेक्स का, other inflammatory cells, they also start reacting against these immunological complex that has formed, and they start reacting against our own cells. That is the non-specific activation of the bystander self-reacting Th1 cells, and activation of microorganism Th1 cell leads to the cytokine influx, which causes an increased inflammatory response and infiltration. We've already seen कि antigen antibody जब complex बनता है, it is generally to neutralize each other. This is how it is supposed to be. But since this complex, it also attracts the other cytokines and the inflammatory cells, and there is an influx of the cytokines, and they start attacking these, and they also start attacking its own cells and its own antigens, causing what? The autoimmunity. So these are about 9 to 10 mechanism for the autoimmunity that is responsible for causing autoimmunity. Now we'll read in a little about the SLE, one of the most important autoimmune diseases that is very relevant for the NEET PG, and the so many questions are asked from that topic. Now, the immunological attack of self-reacting T lymphocytes or antibodies on tissue leads to the development of the various autoimmune disease. Now, first we'll see about the autoimmune hemolytic anemia that is diagnosed by the Coombs test. Why? क्योंकि IgG antibody होती है, वो incomplete antibody होती है, and we are not able to see the reaction. So therefore we use the Coombs test, where anti-human antibody we use, and that anti-human antibody will attach with the antigen antibody complex that has been formed by the IgG, in which the red cells are incubated with anti-human IgG, and if IgG autoantibodies are present, the cells will agglutinate by the anti-serum. Next is the Goodpasture's disease, that is biopsies from these patients will also show what? IgG3 and the C3b, that is the antibodies are formed against the self antigens. So we'll see what? By the fluorescence, immunofluorescence, we'll see the C3b along with the IgG. When we talk about the SLE, we'll see various antibodies. The some are specific, some are sensitive, and read in little detail about this because this is important. And we'll see the immunofluorescence technique, that we see the deposition of the various antibodies on the rim, on the periphery, or the homogeneous or the diffuse and how it is taking place. One is the lupus band test that we do for the SLE. They can detect the deposition. And next is the Ellie cell test. That is एक Ellie body होता है, एक Ellie cell होता है. What is the difference? We'll see कि Ellie body होता है वो damaged nuclear material होता है, and how it is damaged by the ANA we'll read in the coming slides. Ellie cell क्या होता है? जो Ellie body, that is phagocytized by the macrophage, that is called as the Ellie cell. And the Ellie cell, well, they are easily found in 50 to 75% cases. And how do we do that? We'll read. Next is the scleroderma. Sclero में कौन सी antibodies मिलती हैं? That is the anti-SCL70 antibodies are raised, and they also are recognized by the indirect immunofluorescence assay. Right. Another is the Sjogren syndrome, that is primary and secondary, and in primary glandular and extraglandular. And there also we see the detection of the SSA and SSB, that is the anti-La antibodies. Rheumatoid arthritis, very important. That is, one is a rheumatoid factor. Rheumatoid factor क्या होता है? IgM antibody reacting, attaching with the IgG antibody. So the FC portion is what? Rheumatoid factor. ठीक है, that is the IgM. This is again a question, that is IgM antibody that is acted against the Fc portion of the IgG. Because फैब फ्रेगमेंट पे तो हमेशा एंटीजन ही अटैच होगा, all the other cells will always attach at the Fc portion. So IgM will attach with the Fc portion of the IgG. ठीक है, what is the next antibodies we see? That is the anti CCP, और ये क्या है? एंटी साइक्लिक सिट्रुलेटेड पेप्टाइड auto antibody. That is, it is an antibody to citrulline protein, and it is more specific, highly specific than rheumatic factor, because rheumatoid factor is also, RF factor is also found in other disease as well. So anti-CCP is highly specific. And another, this is again an MCQ, and question has occurred. We have done this question in the antigen antibody class before the examination. So this is also again an MCQ. And dusra, what is the test that we do for the rheumatoid arthritis? That is RCR, that is the Rose-Waller test, that is to detect the RF factor, and this no longer just the name of the test that is the important. ठीक है, अब we'll read a little about the SLE, that is important. Now, when we talk about the SLE, it is again what an autoimmune disease that will involve the multiple organs, and it is a multiple organ disease, a systemic disease, and it may be due to what the genetic causes, that genetic modification has taken place that is causing what the autoimmunity, and what is the gene, that is the TRAX1 gene. All right, that is the TRAX1 gene. इसके अलावा HLA-DQ factor, that is what MHC class 2 molecule, and this will induce what the Smith antibody or the double stranded DNA antibody. इसके अलावा another is the complement deficiency is also one of the reason, because we know that early complement deficiency factors, that is a C1 to 4, this leads to what the autoimmune disease, if you remember this. So one is the genetic factor, that is the TRAX1 gene, HLA-DQ factor, and another is the complement factor deficiency, that is the early complement factor deficiency. Now, another is immunological factors. Immunological factors, that is the activation of B cells that will form several antibodies. We'll read in the next coming slides. And environmental factors, कौन से environmental factors हो सकता है? That is the UV damage, UV light की वजह से, or the EBV infection. Either it may be genetic, or it may be due to immunological factors, or it is due to UV light or the EBV infection. That is the cell damage will takes place. और जब cell damage होगा तो क्या होगा? Nuclear antigen will be released, and this will be exposed, and this will be represent to the anti-nuclear. This is very possible. This is the reason for the formation of the anti-nuclear antibody. So this is how the anti-nuclear antibody is formed in the SLE, because due to the damage environmental factor, the cell nucleus is exposed, and the antibodies are formed directly against the nucleus. That is the anti-nuclear antibody. The clinical factors, clinical features that is remembered by the mnemonic, and what is the very famous mnemonic? That is MD soap brain for SLE. ठीक है, that is MD is what? Malar rash, that is the butterfly rash over the nasal bridge. Next is what? The discoid rash. S for what? Serositis. And serocyte is nothing but inflammation that we saw, and that most common we need to remember in the heart. What is the most common presentation in the heart is what? The pericarditis. And what is the characteristic finding of the heart is what? The ligament sac endocarditis. And ligament sac LCL, that is more mainly involving the lower surface of the valves more than the upper surface. That is a vegetation mostly involving the lower surface. Other than this, if you remember in the lung, it was pleuritis. ठीक है. O से O, that is the oral ulcer. A say arthritis, and the type of the arthritis very important is what? The non-erosive arthritis. Other than this, P say that is the photosensitivity. So we have reached till P, that is the photosensitivity. B for blood, and it is what? The autoimmune hemolytic anemia, that will be causing what? The pancytopenia, because all the cells will be damaged. And next R for renal, that is we see the lupus nephritis. A for anti-nuclear antibodies. I for immunological factors, that is all the other antibodies that we see. And N for neurological symptoms, that is the psychosis. ठीक है. Now, what is the most common presentation is what? The musculoskeletal. And what is the second most presentation is that of the blood. Now, blood mein it is the autoimmune hemolytic anemia causing what? The pancytopenia. So this is the second most presentation that is occurring in the SLE. All right. And in the lung and the heart, we saw heart is the pericarditis and lung is the pleuritis. Now, when we talk about photosensitivity, when we talk about the pericarditis, ठीक है, when we talk about the photosensitivity, it is what? It is the SSA antibody that are increased, that is the raw antibodies that they are increased. Similarly, for the pericarditis, also the SSA antibodies increased, that is the raw antibody is increased. And similarly, for the shrinking blood also, shrinking lung syndrome also, the raw antibodies are increased. And for the neonatal lupus nephritis, and also for the neonatal lupus nephritis with the congenital cardiac heart disease, this also with takes SSA antibodies are increased more than that of the SSB, that is the raw antibodies are increased more than that of the La antibodies. इसके अलावा when we talk about the Raynaud's phenomena, in this also anti-U1 RNP antibodies, that is the ribonucleoprotein. And for the psychosin also, it is the anti-ribo P antibodies. So everywhere it is the SS antibodies that is increasing, the raw antibodies that is increasing. एक तो Raynaud's phenomena जहाँ पे pallor, cyanosis and the redness, where anti-U1 RNP and RNP standing for the ribonucleoprotein. And next is what? The psychosis, where it is the anti-ribosomal P antibody. Now, when we talk about all the antibodies that we are talking about, what is the most sensitive? Most specific that we need to remember? most prognostic and the diagnostic. ठीक है. Now when we talk about the most sensitive, ठीक है, तो most sensitive is ANA, most specific is what the Smith antibody more than the dsDNA, and for the diagnostic and prognosis it is what the dsDNA. Now how to remember this? Remember with the diagnosis comes the prognosis. We can remember this ki diagnosis D से D, it is what the dsDNA, and that is a specific, that is a Smith. You can remember that Smith is specific person, that is you can how this can remember, that is a Smith is more specific, and remaining is the sensitive, that is the ANA. दैट इज सेंसिटिव और स्पेसिफिसिटी में डिफरेंशिएट करना, मतलब उस टाइम एग्जाम टाइम में वी टेंड टू फॉरगेट दैट सेंसिटिव विद एन इज व्हाट ANA एंड स्पेसिफिक इज स्मिथ. All right, diagnostic and prognosis D से D, that is the dsDNA, diagnostic and prognostic. So easy to remember. Now we'll see a little about, first we'll see the remaining of the slides that are covering the SLE, then we'll talk a little about ki our rim jo hota hai, rim pattern jo hota hai immunofluorescence pe, how does the antibodies appear there. Now, these are the clinical criteria and the immunological criteria that we've already seen, that what is the most common is the musculoskeleton, second most is the blood with AIHA, and these are clinical criteria. इसके लिए more than or equal to 4 criteria should be present, जिसमें से at least one clinical and one laboratory criteria, or any biopsy proven lupus nephritis with positive ANA and anti-DNA. That is any positive, that is for more than 4 criteria with one clinical with laboratory, and biopsy proven lupus showing anti-ANA and anti-DNA. These, that is acute cutaneous, chronic cutaneous, oral ulcer, non-scarring alopecia, arthritis that is non-erosive, serositis, renal lupus nephritis, neurological में psychosis, hemolytic anemia, leukopenia, and the thrombocytopenia. Next is the immunological criteria that we see ANA, anti-DNA, anti-Smith, and that is the what is the most sensitive. That is the sensitive with N is ANA, right? And more what is the specific, that is Smith is specific, that is the Smith antibodies, they are what most specific, and the diagnostic and prognostic is what the anti-DNA. Rest are anti-phospholipid antibodies and the complement systems, because they are what they are consumed in the deposition of on the endothelium surface, so the complements level will be low obviously. And the direct Coombs test, this can be remembered by the mnemonic that we just talked about, that is the MD soap brain. Now, coming to management, if it is a mild disease, then give NSAIDs with the local corticosteroids and the hydroxychloroquine. And if it is a severe, then give systemic corticosteroids with cyclophosphamide. And for the maintenance, we give what oral corticosteroids, right? Preferably prednisolone and the methotrexate and the MFF, that is the mycophenolate, mofetil, and azathioprine. Okay, so this is nothing but the butterfly rash or the malar rash over the extending till the nasal bridge. That is the erythematous rash or the butterfly rash on the covering over the cheeks and the nasal bridge. Also, when we see the peripheral blood smear for that of the SLE, we actually see the periarteriolar fibrosis, where we see the onion skinning. Okay, and we see what does it, that is a this periarterial fibrosis due to the vasculitis. Now, when we talk about the indirect immunofluorescence that we will see to see the deposition of the antibodies, first we'll talk about the rim or the peripheral pattern in the immunofluorescence, where the rim, this will actually brighten up against the dark black background. Okay. that is a rim will actually appear green, dark green in the against the black background. It is mainly what is due to the deposition of the dsDNA. From the name itself, it's a rim or the peripheral pattern. Now when we talk about the next, that is the diffuse or the homogeneous, that is H4H. We remember that is the antihistone proteins, antihistone antibodies. ठीक है, it is a deposition of the antihistone antibodies, and it is mainly where seen, it is seen where in the drug induced lupus. And what are the drugs? That is what the hydralazine and procainamide. Hydralazine and the procainamide. Also, one more thing to remember is that this drug-induced lupus में CNS or this kidney का involvement नहीं होता है. And we need to remember, it's also again important to remember that CNS and the renal involvement doesn't takes, and the diffuse and homogeneous, that is a diffusely it will be the deposition of the antihistone antibodies, and we'll see the immunofluorescence in the coming slides कि कैसा दिखते हैं वो. Now next is what the centromeric pattern, speckled pattern, and the nucleolar pattern. ठीक है, तो सेंट्रोमेरिक में एंटी सेंट्रोमेरिक एंटीबॉडीज, that is seen where in the scleroderma. Anti-centromic antibodies, that is seen where in the scleroderma. And how the immunofluorescence assay will appear, that is the background will be dark and the numerous green spots, that is the ill-defined green spots, will be seen in the coming slides. That is the anti-centromic antibodies. For the speckle pattern, that is a speckle ki there is specks ki tarah, we'll see what, although the background will be green, but we'll see what, we'll see the black colored speckled appearance against the green background. So this is the speckle pattern, and it is due to S4S, that is the Smith antibodies. Next is a nuclear pattern, and this is very well defined pattern जहाँ पे well defined spots will be seen, and it is due to what the, these are what the green dots, they will be large and the well defined. Anti-nuclear antibodies and this nuclear pattern, this will be seen where in the scleroderma or दूसरा Sjogren's syndrome. All right. Now, this was about this. Now, peripheral smear, as I already told you कि peripheral smear पे हमको क्या दिखता है, we'll see what the anti-nuclear antibodies. Generally, what happens कि anti-nuclear antibodies, they do not destroy the cell completely. All right, they only damage the cell membrane. Okay, so what will happen, this is a normal cell and this is a normal cell nuclear membrane, so they only damage the cell membrane, and this will expose what the, this will expose the nucleus, right? And the nucleus, due to the anti-nuclear antibody, that the cell membrane has been damaged and exposed the nucleus. Now this damaged or exposed nucleus is also is known as the LE body or hematoxylin body. This is known as the LE body or the hematoxylin body, and this LE body will be taken down by what, macrophage or any other phagocytic cell. So this macrophage with LE body is known as the LE cell. This is known as the LE cell. ठीक Okay. Now, one more thing is that the most common cause of death in the SLE, if it is overall, when we talk about, it is due to the cardiac failure. And what is the most common presentation that we saw? That is a pericarditis. Carditis, and the characteristic is what the Lehmann sac endocarditis, that is on the lower surface of the valves, and it is the vegetations are mostly present on the L4L, that is the lower surface of the valves, but it is more than 10 years, within the 10 years of the onset, it is due to the renal failures. Okay, now this is again, this is what we are talking about. This is the onion skinning that we were talking about, and this is nothing but the periarteriolar fibrosis that is seen where, seen in the spleen, and it is due to the vasculitis that is seen in the SLE. That is nothing but, you can see the periarteriolar fibrosis, that this is the central arteriole, and we see the periarteriolar fibrosis, and it is due to the vasculitis that is seen where, in the spleen. Is again same, this is the central arteriole and the periarteriolar fibrosis. All right, now when we talk about the lupus nephritis, the most common the renal presentation is that lupus nephritis, and there are about the 6 stages of the 6 forms of the lupus nephritis. Okay, the when we talk about the lupus nephritis, one is the wire loop lesion that we talk about, wire loop lesion. अब हम कौन कौन से स्टेज में देखते हैं? Stage 3, 4 and the stage 5, and the stage 4 is the most common stage, showing what the wire loop lesion, and if these are present, this will indicate what? Active and progressive disease, active and the progressive disease with poor prognosis, and these wire loop lesion are due to subendothelial immune complex deposition. It is due to what? Subendothelial immune complex deposition, that is we see in the lupus nephritis. Okay, so this is a class 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Class 1 is what? Minimum change, focus lupus, this mesangial lupus nephritis, then it is the focal lupus, then it is diffuse and membranous, then it is the advanced sclerosis. Now this is nothing but these are what? The wire loop lesions that are seen in the lupus nephritis, and due to the endothelial deposition of the immune complex, and it is seen in the class 345 that we remember, and it is where seen mostly in the stage 4, and it is due to the thickening of the peripheral capillaries due to the subendothelial deposition of the immune complex. This is the what? The full house pattern, that is the full house pattern is due to the deposition of what? All the immunoglobulins, that is the immunoglobulins with C3 and C1q. All right, and is a characteristic of for the lupus nephritis, and most common where, same in the stage 4, similar to that of the viral loop lesion. So mostly seen in the stage 4, stage 3, 4 and 5, and most common in the stage 4. Similarly for the full house pattern, that is seen mostly in the stage 4. Now is the same that we are talking about the homogeneous pattern, that is H4H, that is the antihistone antibodies, and you can clearly see the diffuse deposition of the antibodies that we are talking about. Another is the peripheral or the rim deposition, that is the peripheral, and the rim pattern is that is seen in the immunofluorescence, and it was due to the peripheral rim, that is due to anti-DS DNA. Okay, so in the speckled also we see that कि जो speckle में क्या background dark होगा and black dots will be seen like the specks, that is the speckled, and we remember it as for as that is the Smith antibodies. Peripheral rim we talked about, homogeneous we talked about, and nucleus, the large green dots will be visible in the nuclear and seen when the scleroderma and the Sjogren's syndrome. right? This is the centromere pattern. This is a centromere, and anti-centromeric antibodies will be seen in the centromere pattern. That is the green dots, and they will completely occupy, and they with undefined, ill-defined distribution of the antibodies, and it is also were seen in the scleroderma. This again the nothing but the pattern of the ANA that we've already discussed in detail about. This is what we are talking about, the LE body. And what is it? It is the LE body, LE cell. LE body is what? It is the damaged nucleus is what? The LE body or the hematoxylin body. That is what? That is the anti-nuclear antibodies. They are unable to penetrate the cell, so they does damage the cell membrane. So that nucleus is exposed, and that damaged nucleus is what? The LE body. वो damaged nucleus जब that is taken up by the macrophage or any other phagocytic cell, तो उस पूरे को अपन LE cell बोलते हैं, right? Now, speckled, we've already seen S4S, that is a anti-Smith antibodies. You can see speckled, that is the background will be green, but the you can clearly see the black dots against the dark background. बाकी सब जगह क्या था? बाकी जगह black background against green. We saw the green deposition, but here we see the black against the green background. So speckle में थोड़ा सा उल्टा है. Okay, so when we talk about the antibodies, we have covered the antibody that were mainly the SLE that we are talking about, then the basics of the antibodies. When we talk about the autoimmune diseases, they are mainly classified into the non-HLA and the HLA. ठीक है, HLA. Now, non-HLA is mainly associated with the PTPN gene 22, and it is these gene will show the polymorphism. ठीक है, और ये कहाँ का अपन को देखने में, वन इज द हाशीमोटो डिजीज, अनदर इज द रूमेटॉइड आर्थराइटिस, मल्टीपल sclerosis. ठीक है, that is rheumatoid arthritis, multiple sclerosis, Hashimoto, and the PTPN G22. Another is the HLA-B27 and HLA-B5 that is associated with diabetes, and the HLA-B27 that is the pair. Pair is what? P for psoriasis, A for ankylosing spondylitis, I for inflammatory bowel disease, and R for Ritter's syndrome. ठीक है, so that we are talking about the autoimmune, that is basically of two types, HLA and the non-HLA. HLA में अपना ये भी देखा, इसके अलावा एक NOD2 gene that is associated with the Crohn's disease, and another gene that is the FOXP3 gene that is associated with the IPEX syndrome. And what is the IPEX? Is what? The I for immune dysregulation, P for polyendocrinopathy, E for is what? The enteropathy, X for X-linked recessive disease. ठीक है, so what is autoimmune HLA and non-HLA? When we talk about non-HLA, we're talking about the PTPN gene 22, and that is associated with the polymorphism. And इसके अलावा we see where it we see the Hashimoto's disease, and we see the rheumatic arthritis and the multiple sclerosis. And we talk about the HLA-B20, so we talk about the Pear's disease, the NOD2 gene with the Crohn's disease, FOXP3 that is the IPEX, and it is the immune dysregulation, polyendocrinopathy, enteropathy, and X-linked recessive diseases. Other autoimmune disease that we are talking about is the Sjogren's syndrome. ठीक है. Although we'll cover the Sjogren syndrome some other day, just some, although session is about to over, so some just three important things about it. That is, either it may be due to primary reasons or the secondary reason. That is primary, that is reasons are unknown, and it may be both glandular and the extraglandular involvement. And extraglandular involvement most common is what? Arthralgia or arthritis, that is showing association with the Magellan zone B cell non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. That is extraglandular, that is the arthralgia, arthritis with association with the marginal zone B cell NHL. For the glandular, when we talk about it, is what? Keratoconjunctiva sicca, that is what? The dry eyes. And next is what? Xerostomia, that is dry mouth. All right. So when we talk about the Sjogren syndrome, that is, it is what? It is the dry eyes, it is the dry mouth, right? And what is the most common extraglandular presentation is what? The arthritis. All right, that is in the primary classification for the Sjogren's syndrome. Okay, so this was it about the today's session. Mainly, we talked about the autoimmunity and the various mechanisms of the autoimmunity. That is important to remember. Basically, it is what inability to differentiate between the self antigen and the foreign antigens. And most important is the we need to remember that it is due to the ignorance, energy, AICD, polyclonal activation, molecular mimicry, sequestration B cell with the help of the T cell, bystanding. Okay, so these are the main mechanisms that are responsible for the autoimmunity. That is, the ignorance is not taking place. Although the T cell self antigens है वो generally ignore कर देते हैं self antigens को, but this doesn't happens. Energy, that is a breakdown of energy. That is, T cells start reacting against and showing response to the self antigens. और एक्टिवेशन इंड्यूस सेल डेथ जो जनरली होता है, इसका फंक्शन लॉस्ट हो जाता है अदर देन द टी रेगुलेटरी लॉस ऑफ फंक्शन. ठीक है, that keeps the negative control check over the T cells, so the function lost will cause what? Activation of the autoimmunity. इसके अलावा polyclonal activation of the B cells due to what? Super antigens. Molecular mimicry, that is seen where in the rheumatic fever and the multiple sclerosis. इसके अलावा breakdown of energy, what was the important to remember? One is the multiple sclerosis, psoriasis, and the rheumatoid arthritis. Sequestration, that is seen where sequestration is seen in the testis, lungs, and the brain due to trauma or any surgery. All right, and it is the B cell activation of the T cell seen where in the drug induced hemolytic anemia, where the drug is modifying what? The RBC surface and activating the T cell. One is the bystanding, that is the antigen antibody antibody complex, that is attracting what? The cytokines, and these cytokines will also attack its own cells. ठीक है, so T cell regulatory cells that you already discussed, and the SLE important points to remember: most specific, most sensitive, most prognostic, most diagnostic, periarterial fibrosis, onion skinning, and most common presentation musculoskeletal. Second is the blood. ठीक है, and what is the immunofluorescence microscopy assays that we need to remember? The rim, the centromere, meric, and the homogeneous, or whether it be diffuse. and the clinical features by the AMD soft brain. So this was it about today's session, and thank you for watching today's session. We are done with the autoimmunity session, and please do use my code, that is Muskan10, to get 10% of the discount on NEET subscriptions, or any other examination. You can use my code, that is a Muskan10, and please do like, share, subscribe on the YouTube channel as well. Subscribe the channel as well as watch the free sessions on the Unacademy. And soon we'll start our session for the next NEET PG 2022, because right now we are chilling and taking those topics that we are easy to understand and not that so important, although the SLE and all very important by the medicine point of view, and they are very important. So I will see you in the next session. I've ended today's session, and soon I will share the schedule that will following to cover up the microbiology and what is that is important for us. Is there any something doubt that is you can ask me and type on in the comment section, because I guess someone is raising a hand again and again. Is there something that you need to learn or you need me to cover in the next session? Just do let me know. ठीक है, एंड डू नॉट टेक लोड. अभी तो बस सेशन स्टार्ट होने चालू होंगे, अभी तो अच्छे सेशन स्टार्ट भी नहीं हुए, अभी तो बहुत सारे इंटरेक्टिव क्लासेस बाकी हैं, क्योंकि अभी तो बहुत इजी गोइंग सेशन चल रहा है, क्योंकि ज्यादातर बच्चे बहुत कंफ्यूज्ड हैं वेदर टू नॉट स्टार्ट द प्रिपरेशन, एंड मोस्ट ऑफ स्टूडेंट्स अभी तक कंफ्यूज्ड हैं कि उनका क्या रहेगा, क्योंकि क्लस्टरिंग होने के चांसेस बहुत ज्यादा. पेपर वॉज प्रिटी सिंपल दिस टाइम, एंड माइक्रोबायोलॉजी पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू तो बहुत ही सिंपल था. सो बट डोंट बी disappointed in case you have not done good in the examination, or even in doubtful condition. If you are in doubtful condition or not done good in the examination, एक हफ्ता आराम करो, and then you need to start over again. ठीक है. एंड फॉर दोज हु आर ड्रॉपर्स एंड दे थिंक कि हाँ हॉस्पिटल ज्वाइन करना है, तो यू कैन डू दैट एज वेल, बट साथ में स्टार्ट योर प्रिपरेशन, बिकॉज कंसिस्टेंसी ऑफ द स्टडी मैटर्स मोर देन द आवर्स ऑफ द स्टडी. क्योंकि जनरली व्हाट हैपेंस कि स्टार्टिंग के 1-2 महीना बहुत अच्छे से पढ़ते हैं, आफ्टर दैट द जो वो होता है ना, द मोटिवेशन दैट स्टार्ट्स टू ड्रॉप डाउन. सो कंसिस्टेंसी इज मोर important, because I have seen so many of the people with the JRship, they have actually cracked the examination more better than anyone who's sitting at the home. क्योंकि reason is that as sitting on the board इससे आने लग जाती है, but when we are working they actually have some other kick कि okay I have to work equally hard for the examination preparation as well. Right, and do let me know although I will be sharing the schedule ki kaise how will be covering the topics now for the microbiology. So in 1 or 2 days I am working on that, क्योंकि हमको अब लंबे टाइम तक पढ़ना है माइक्रोबायोलॉजी. एंड जनरली दिस इज हाउ आई टीच. स्टार्टिंग में आई कवर अप ऑल द नीट पीजी क्वेश्चंस बाय माई सेल्फ, कवरिंग अप द टॉपिक बाय राइटिंग माई सेल्फ ऑन द बोर्ड, एंड लेटर बाय द प्रोफेशनल एग्जामिनेशन पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू, बिकॉज वो दोनों के लिए कोर्स कवर करना इज इक्वली important. So you can watch down the starting 40-50 minutes of the session, 30 minutes 40 जहाँ पे मैंने लिखना बंद करे, most of things will be covered till that point. But for those who are in the college and they need to cover the topic theory as well, for them also the equality is covered, right? And the FMG batches and the INI CET batches, and for the NEET PG and for the professional examination on one platform, a single platform, and through a single video lecture for the one topic you can easily cover everything. It depends on how you perceive the lecture, how you understand, and how much I put on my effort for you guys. So take care, good night, and it's what the time, it's 11:30. So see you in the next session. Take care and bye bye. And if you just don't get disappointed, just sometimes things are left over to the luck, and let it go. Sometimes it will help you release your tension. If someone who has given the exam few days, this exam 3 days back, and who is very much tensed, and this is my personal experience to you, some things are not under control. Luck is one of the most important factor. ठीक है, कुछ चीजें किस्मत पे छोड़ दो. हो सकता है बहुत सारे बच्चे ऐसे होते हैं जिनको अपनी ड्रीम ब्रांच नहीं मिलती है, और आउट ऑफ सो मच सिचुएशन, चाहे वो फाइनेंशियल सिचुएशन हो, चाहे बार बार ड्रॉप लेने की सिचुएशन हो, चाहे पीयर प्रेशर हो, वो दूसरे डिपार्टमेंट में लैंड करते हैं. एंड 50%, 15 इनफैक्ट 80% स्टूडेंट्स ऐसे होते हैं जिनको अपनी ड्रीम ब्रांच नहीं मिलती है. बट अपॉर्चुनिटीज नेवर डाई. क्योंकि even last year even I never thought that I will be in the transfusion medicine of SMS Medical College. क्योंकि जब मैं काउंसलिंग कर रही थी last year in the third counseling when I was in my state counseling, I was actually opting for anesthesia and मुझसे just आगे की लड़की की रैंक ने anesthesia उठाई थी and I was wanting that branch only. ठीक है, मेरे साथ ऐसे हुआ था, दिस माई रियल स्टोरी, ऐसे मैं फेंक रही हूँ मैं, ठीक है। तो अभी मैं एक दो साल ज्यादा बड़ी भी नहीं हूँ, तो इट इज रियल स्टोरी। लास्ट टाइम ऐसे हुआ था कि मॉपअप में एनेस्थीसिया मुझसे आगे एक लड़की ने उठा ली थी एंड आई वाज द लास्ट सीट आई वाज सपोज टू गेट। फिर मैंने पैथो करवाई थी अपने लिए झालावाड़ मेडिकल कॉलेज से, बट मैं उसी रूम की बात बता रही हूँ, मेरे पता नहीं दिमाग में क्या आया कि मेरे को नहीं लेनी है, आई वॉज नॉट प्रिपेयर्ड फॉर इट। तो मैंने कटवा के उसी टाइम मैंने ट्रांसफ्यूजन मेडिसिन फ्रॉम द SMS, माइक्रो भी थी सेम टाइम, माइक्रो भी अवेलेबल थी मेरे लिए, मैंने उसको कटवा के ट्रांसफ्यूजन मेडिसिन आई ऑप्टेड फॉर इट फ्रॉम द SMS मेडिकल कॉलेज। एंड इवन आफ्टर कमिंग कि कमरे से बाहर आके फर्स्ट आई क्राइड, क्योंकि मेरे को पता नहीं था मैंने क्या किया कि मैंने क्या किया एक्चुअली, क्योंकि अब तो बॉन्ड भरना पड़ेगा 5 लाख का अगर आपको सीट नहीं उठानी है तो, ठीक है। फिर ऑल्दो उठाने से पहले वाज वेरी प्रिटी कंफ्यूज कि एनेस्थीसिया तो गई, सो या तो प्रिपेयर करो वापस या जो है उनमें से लो, ठीक है। तो आई टॉक टू अ फ्यू ऑफ माय फ्रेंड्स एंड माय सीनियर्स हु वर इन द सेम ब्रांच, वो PGI चंडीगढ़ से कर रहे हैं कुछ ट्रांसफ्यूजन मेडिसिन में, एंड सिंस इट इज 6 to 7 ईयर ब्रांच, और मतलब कुछ 5-6 साल पुरानी ब्रांच ही है, ज्यादा पुरानी भी नहीं है राजस्थान में। एंड सो मैनी फैक्टर्स वर देयर फॉर कि मैंने वो कटवा के फिर मैंने ये उठाई, ऑल्दो अब मेरे दिमाग में पता नहीं क्या चल रहा था, बट 1 महीना लगा मुझे सेटल होने में इस ब्रांच में, सच्ची बता रही हूँ, मेरे को 1 महीना लगा एंड आई वॉज एक्चुअली थिंकिंग ऑफ प्रिपेयरिंग अगेन, ठीक है। सो बट आई विद टाइम ग्रेजुअली एवरीथिंग सेटल डाउन, एंड ये सबके साथ होता है। जो मेरी फ्रेंड्स थी जिनकी 12,500 रैंक थी या 12,000 रैंक थी, आई एम टेलिंग, हु आर विद मी इन SMS मेडिकल कॉलेज ओनली, फर्स्ट ईयर विद मी ओनली, जिनकी 11,500 12 और 12,500 रैंक थी, बहुत अच्छी रैंक होती है फ्रॉम द जनरल कैटेगरी देखा, क्योंकि कंपटीशन बहुत ज्यादा है। सो जो भी रैंक है आपकी, कोई भी रैंक खराब नहीं है फ्रॉम माई पर्सनल पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू, क्योंकि लक इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फैक्टर अलॉन्ग विद द हार्ड वर्क। एंड उसकी 11,500 रैंक थे, एंड इवन शी वॉज नॉट thinking I guess to land up on patho, but she landed on there and she is very happy today and she's with me only in SMS, and we used to think about the last year जब अब एग्जाम हो गया। तो I just want to tell you something कि जो भी हो अच्छा होगा, कुछ चीजें लेट गो कर दो, हो सकता है पहले अपन को लगे कि वी शुड नॉट बी कॉम्प्रोमाइजिंग विद थिंग्स, लेकिन कई बार प्रेशर इतना ज्यादा होता है, बी इट फाइनेंशियल प्रेशर, एवरीवन इज नॉट रिच, डैम रिच टू 10 बार ड्रॉप ले ले, दैट इज नॉट पॉसिबल। या हर कोई मेडिकल ऑफिसर भी नहीं होता कि एडिशनल इनकम आ रही है, और हर कोई जीआरशिप भी नहीं करता है। सो मेनी फैक्टर्स वी हैव टू कंसिडर, सो एवरीथिंग will happen for good. Just be optimistic. You are already covered so many things in your life, and 6 years of MBBS, 5.5, and with 1-2 साल की coaching for the PG, उससे पहले भी, it's a very long duration. And I think this was my personal experience. I'm quite good and happy at SMS, and I hope and I wish you very best for the same. फॉर पर्सनल एक्सपीरियंस कि सोच के जाना क्या लेना है, अगर नहीं मिले तो एक बार सोचना कि नहीं मिलता है, विल यू बी एबल टू बियर दैट ब्रांच इन वेयर यू आर लैंडिंग, ठीक है। तो धीरे धीरे अगर नहीं होता, मैं ऐसा नहीं कह रही कि अपनी ब्रांच छोड़ के दूसरी ब्रांच लो, बट हाँ अगर ऐसा है कि बहुत बार ड्रॉप ले लिया है एंड सिचुएशंस आर नॉट इन योर फेवर एंड लक समटाइम्स डजंट फेवर यू, so maybe good things will happen for you after 1 or 2 months, just like it worked for me, ठीक है। इवन आई यूज टू थॉट कि वेयर आई लैंडेड अपॉन, बट व्हेन आई सी कि जॉब अपॉर्चुनिटीज आर फॉर मी राइट नाउ वेरी हाई, क्योंकि दिस इज समथिंग दैट इज न्यू एंड इंडिया से बाहर जाने का स्कोप बहुत ज्यादा है मेरे लिए। तो आई थिंक व्हाट आई डिड वाज बेस्ट फॉर मी ड्यूरिंग दैट टाइम, ऑल्दो दैट टाइम आई वाज नॉट हैप्पी, मैं अभी 5 लाख भरने का सोच रही थी। सो ऑल द बेस्ट एंड आई होप कि सबको अच्छी अच्छी ब्रांच मिले, सब अच्छे अच्छे पढ़ाई करें, and I'll put my extra effort for preparing the classes session since 18th, and whatever you need to come and just tell me frankly in my comment box. I'm not actually a madam for you, I'm a little like मतलब mentor कह सकते हो कुछ भी, तो आस पास, because I'm not that, मैं भी फर्स्ट ईयर स्टूडेंट हूँ, PG स्टूडेंट हूँ, and आई थिंक आई कैन हेल्प यू इन दैट वे, क्योंकि मेंटेलिटी मैच कर जाती है थोड़ी बहुत वैसे. ओके, सो टुडे इज वेरी मच, टुडे ज्ञान सेशन बहुत हो गया. टेक केयर एंड बाय बाय, and hope that you will start smiling just like I'm doing right now after your selection. So bye, good night.